Hello, welcome back to the Bourbon Note. I'm Greg.
I'm Ben.
And today, we got a bourbon flight. All right, Ben, don't know anything about it, never seen it. What are these?
It's a little mini flight.
Well.
This is like a Cessna of flights. That's a plain joke. Moving on.
Moving on.
Well, you said a flight. I always consider a flight to be like at least 4.
You think one of our supporters has
I think David will appreciate that
jumped
joke.
into the dad joke realm, and so now everything's a dad joke.
Yeah. So, yes, we have Bam. Cooper's Craft. So this is a Brown-Forman
Yeah, what is this?
product. Well, these are Brown-Forman products.
Well, it's the same product.
Now this falls into the category of bourbons that we review most on this channel, it seems, which is
Not available in
Minnesota. I'm gonna throw that bad boy back on there. Yeah, so these are not available in Minnesota. Like I said, Brown-Forman. The one on this side, our right,
They're right as well.
is 82.2 proof. And this one, the other one is 100 proof. I'm extremely excited about trying these because one of my favorite bourbons, just overall, all-encompassingly, as far as price point versus
Not available
quality,
in Minnesota.
it's not available in Minnesota, which sucks, but one of my favorites is Early Times Bottled and Bond. So,
100 proof, by the way.
Bottled and Bond. So Brown-Forman sold Early Times Bottled and Bond
They sold the name.
to Sazerac.
Well, we don't actually know what that means yet.
Well, I've been seeing reviews popping up now where the Sazerac stuff is starting to make its way onto the market.
Oh, wow.
Now, we don't know that
Not
because
available in Minnesota.
Not available in Minnesota. And I've heard some very mixed reviews about it's apparently not the same.
Well, okay.
So,
We will withhold judgment at this point.
until we get to try it ourselves. Yeah. But some people are saying that the 100 proof of this is maybe their kind of answer to, they got rid of that brand and now this is the...
Well, what about the Old Forester 100?
The Old Forester 100 is a fantastic alternative to Early Times Bottled and Bond. But, so now I want to see if there's another bourbon that I love that I have to go out of a state to get, so.
Okay.
I'm going to start with the 82 proofer here.
82.2 proof. It's got nice coloring.
I'm actually going to smell both of them, but
That's
we'll
good.
start with the first drink on the
Oh, wow.
lower proof. I've heard a lot of good things about this on the World Wide Web. It's definitely not Early Times Bottled and Bond. It's definitely different. So I was kind of wondering if this was going to be, they sold the name and whatever, but they're just going to keep making the same juice.
It's the same mash bill with a new name.
Same everything. Could be the same mash bill, but yeah, this is a little, not as much in the Brown-Forman, Old Forester, Woodford, Early Times, Bottled and
I
Bond
don't know what I'm getting.
kind of wheelhouse that I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
A little bit of oak. Like a bit of barrel char. I can't imagine these are aged too
No, they're probably...
too long, but that's almost predominantly what I'm getting is just kind of
Okay.
oaky.
It took a while, but I'm finally getting a note. Maybe we call that a bourbon note.
I will say that the 82.2 proofer on the nose,
I'm getting toffee now.
it's got a nice, it's not flat and muted.
right.
Like for 82.2
It
proof, that's
took
good.
several sniffs. Sniffs, the plural of sniff? It's got to be.
Snivs. Right? Snivs? I'm just kidding. I believe it's sniffs. I'm going with snivs, though, from now on. All right. But
How often do you have to use that word?
yeah, that's... I'm going to reserve my right to the Fifth Amendment, plead the Fifth or whatever. Let's drink this bourbon before this turns into a complete shit show.
That took a left turn.
Now that actually tastes like Brown-Forman, like an Old Forester product to me. Completely different on the nose. Now the nose kind of, now that I've tasted it.
So here's what I'm getting. And because it's so similar to a bourbon, this is gonna sound like a real insult, and I don't mean it to be an insult in any way whatsoever. This tasted to me like Lipton black tea. And I don't mean it's weak, it's just that flavor. Lipton black tea for Lipton
I've never
iced tea.
had Lipton black tea.
Lipton iced tea. Everybody in the South knows what I'm talking about.
I've actually never had tea before.
Really?
In any form. No.
Huh. There's no way that could come back to haunt you on the internet. There's some people who live on tea.
Well, maybe we'll have to do a tea
You
review.
gotta visit the South and...
Yeah, that's definitely more within the Brown-Forman profile
I get
on the taste.
I get very light banana flavored peanut notes, but they're very light.
Yeah, this isn't, well, this is 82 proof, 82.2. I'm just gonna say 82 for the rest of the
Yeah, everyone
video.
knows what you mean.
It's got a nice amount of flavor for being that low, you know? So I'm really looking forward to this one. So let's get into the 100 proofer here. And I'm gonna assume that maybe Cooper's Craft, Masterful Traditions, yada yada, Cooper's Craft Barrel Reserve. I guess I maybe would assume these are very similar aside from the proof. Maybe they're one's aged a little longer, you know, but.
Starting to develop an opinion of that. It's got some really nice flavors.
Boy, this nose is not matching the, well, it's going for the flavor on this one here.
Okay.
Whoa, that's way different.
I don't think it's different at all.
Really?
Okay, so here's my theory. This is a very low barrel exit proof. Okay, so it came out of the barrel kind of a little bit lower than,
And then they proofed it down?
and then they dumped a bunch of water in it and too much water.
Well, this is the 100 proof. Have you tried?
Oh, so the 100 proof is kind of like the normal, and I feel it's exactly the same flavors, but in a little bit better balance. It's not a ton of water in there that's kind of, it's nice. And I like low proof bourbons, but you have to kind of hunt for some of the good flavors. I feel this has plenty of flavor, but the good flavors are kind of hidden behind the water.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, but I feel like the 100 proof, it just doesn't, I feel like it kind of departs from the flavor profile a little bit of the 82. Like the 82 proof, like I said, once I drank it, it's like, okay, there's that Brown-Forman. This still has that, but there's something different. Like I was expecting this to really be kind of in the Old Forester 100, early times bottled and bond, given that this one was kind of in that flavor wheelhouse.
Sure.
And it's there, but there's a lot of, it's good, I like it. There's a lot of sharpness from the oak, I feel. That's really what I'm getting. It's just like a lot of, like that kind of tannic sort of.
So here's what I would say. They have lots of flavors, each of them, and I feel really I'm getting the exact same flavor. It's just definitely stronger on the 100 proof. They have lots of flavors, they're all nice, but there's like nothing that holds it together. There's not like a nice sweetness underneath all of the individual flavors. There's not the caramel or the...
Would you say there's kind of a bitterness to the flavor?
Maybe that's a good way to describe it, is there's also a harshness.
That's what I'm going for with that oak. And here's the thing, I actually like it.
Yeah.
Like I would have no problem sitting here and sipping this. But I think what I'm getting the difference is like the Cooper's Craft, the 82 proof. They're both Cooper's Craft. The 82 proof was in that Old Forester kind of thing and I wasn't getting that on the nose. So I was assuming this was gonna be the same, and then it's got the same kind of flavor profile, but it's really extra buried under that sharpness. That's maybe what's kind of driving it out of that lane for me. It's like maybe those flavors are there, they're noticeable, but there's something on top of it, and it's that kind of what I'm assuming is just to me it's coming off as like an oak tannic sharpness that is really kind of burying that. And I'm not getting that off of the 82 proof.
So I would describe it like this. The 82 proof, I'll have that many whiskeys today. The 82 proof, the 82 proof has mediocre flavors. And it's missing something connecting them all as to making it a nice whiskey. The 100 proof has stronger flavors. It's still missing something, and it has the sharpness from the barrel. 82 is actually more comfortable to drink.
Yeah, I mean,
But both of them need something.
these are way different than I was expecting them to be.
They're actually really complex and interesting from a bourbon nerd perspective because they're not bad by any means. And I mean, I bought one of each and they're fine.
Yeah,
But-
I would consider the 82 proof would be a great entry
Yeah, totally.
to bourbon.
And everybody's gonna have a different perspective, and this could be exactly what someone's looking for flavor-wise, because it doesn't have the sweet notes that some bourbons do. It doesn't have, a bunch of different things. Yeah, I was gonna go there too.
Just pour the rest of them together and see what happens.
This seems to be a new thing on the Bourbon Note.
We've been doing a lot of two whiskey reviews
Twofers.
lately, where we're
Yeah.
comparing one with the other. So yeah, when you get to the bottom, got a little bit left, blend them together, see what happens.
So 82.2 and 100, that makes 91.13.
It makes 182.2.
Oh, that's right, 182.
The second you take a sip of this, you're going to be hammered.
Hammered, future hammered. And the third time in a row, the blend is better than each individual bottling.
This is pretty good, actually.
It fixes a lot of the problems on this one, and it fixes all the problems on this one. That's how I'm gonna do this.
Yeah,
This is now a 1.5 liter bottle.
yeah. There you go. Just every time you have. You know what?
Problem
We did. At the time that this is released, the
Yeah.
David Nicholson video will have been released, and at the end of that, I did. I poured the two together. The other night, I went to go have a pour whiskey, and I did a 50-50 blend of those, just because I really genuinely enjoyed that.
And those are actually two totally different types of
mash
whiskeys,
bills, yeah, two different mash
but
bills.
combined together.
So anyway, I feel like we're doing a terrible job of describing this, like just because I'm kind of at a weird.
It has a lot to like, but it's not.
There's nothing I dislike about it,
There's some harshness, more so on this one.
but I don't mind that. But I
Fair
think
enough.
a lot of people will mind that.
Yes.
That's the thing.
Fair enough. There's some harshness, and I feel some flavors missing on both of them. So I'm not going to recommend it as a first whiskey, but it's actually
for
kind
sure.
of interesting. I think sometimes we learn more from bad whiskeys than with good whiskeys because
Yeah.
it makes you dig deeper and figure out, okay, what's missing?
And these aren't bad whiskeys.
No,
but
not by any means.
like so, you bought me this bottle.
Well, you bought it. I just picked it up.
Well, yeah, you picked it up for me, and yeah, I mean it's 82 proof. So I usually tend to normally drink something a little stronger than that if I'm just going to have a pour.
Sure.
But sitting around hanging out with friends, I will sip on that and enjoy it. It's not a bad
Yeah.
bourbon at all. I just really with the 100 proof, there's something about it with that harshness that goes on top of it that again I don't mind, but I feel like it really buries the flavors that were watered down on the 82 proof are present in the 100 proof, but they're kind of buried by not water, but by that
harshness and
by that
bitter.
extra sting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the big question, and we don't have a bottle of it available, is what's the Old Forester 100?
We've got early times bottled in bond.
Well, bust it out.
All right. Hey, do you have a couple of giant
You know what?
glasses
No,
that we can pour
I
this
think I'm gonna do
into?
a small pour for this one.
All right. These little tiny glasses. So, funny
Telling
story.
you- I'm telling you, within a week, you're gonna see the Bourbon Note with baby glasses. They copy everything we do.
So what happened here? The Bourbon Note with baby glasses?
Well, I meant it's Bourbon Night.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure they're gonna copy exactly what we do. So, funny story is Greg ordered these.
Well,
thinking they were normal-sized glasses.
It's not like they ever showed it with a human hand in the.
That's like a classic. Ordered something off the internet.
Well, it was on Amazon.
It's kind of hard to pour into them because they fill up so fast.
Oh, that's a pour, and I also dripped.
Well, and it seems like it's a huge pour, but it's actually like, you know,
well, we don't know.
A couple of milliliters. So this is the. We can't actually compare this realistically now, but. See, that's got a nice like sharpness, but a balanced sharpness to it. But all those flavors, you know, the banana bread and the nuttiness and the molasses, that's all really up front and noticeable.
It's almost like they're all connected and they work together.
Yeah, and they're bold.
Where this has 6 or 8 flavors and they're all walking on their own and they don't...
And there's something sitting on top of them.
Yeah, and they're just not connected. You know, I absolutely love this glass, by the way. I think it's awesome.
I like how your pinky naturally comes out when you're drinking out of it. You know what? Let's go. Now we've got a triple blend. All right, this review is going
it's still a blend.
Completely off the rails.
No, everyone's enjoying it.
I'm sure. I bet we could get away with saying almost anything right now because no one will ever make it to this point in this video.
No.
Don't test that because I don't want to have to edit it, but...
I wasn't going to say anything inappropriate.
Sure you weren't. All right, well, anyway, this has been Cooper's Craft, the 82.2 and the 100 with a little special appearance by Early Times Bottled and Bond. On the Bourbon Note, I'm Ben.
I'm Greg. Cheers.